Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you may be listening to this. This is the Men of Honor Podcast, episode 19, brought to you by Fezek Athletics. And I'm here, I'm Javon, aka Rock. I'm joined with my brothers, my brethrens. We got Frank, Greg, and last but not least, Castano. How y'all doing, fellas?
Super.
Been good, man. Been good.
Yeah. And we took a little break last week. Everybody, had things going on. I know you had the fashion show up in New York. Seen some pictures from that on Instagram, bro. It looked like it was a nice show.
Thank you.
Yeah. Frank, I know
Gary, Gary, why are you laughing?
What?
You over here smiling. He got something. I know he got something up his sleeve. I know he do.
Nah, it's fashion though.
You know it. You see that?
Man, that's all good. I'm waiting for it, man. I was waiting for him to kind of say something, man. I'm surprised I ain't hear nothing. I'm surprised I ain't hear anything.
He screenshot something.
He said screenshot.
I'm waiting.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Waiting.
Look, man.
You get a round of applause for that, bro. Like that.
Hold on. It's nothing.
It was a nice show. He had some nice stuff on.
Congratulations, E, and I want to thank you for all the ammo. That's all I'm saying.
It's all good. It's all good.
I just want to thank you for my
Greg gonna be like,
gotta look.
He playing spade. He ready. He like.
I'm waiting for the wrong comment.
It was a good show, man. I mean, to even be able to do that during this time, bro,
he probably didn't even know about that too until he got there.
Let's give context to it. So, like, when we on a text chain, we like to send gifts and pictures, and at one point we were sending each other's pictures from Facebook using it as a meme and everything. So. When we talk about this is nothing for what E's doing. Congratulations, E. Yeah. Much support. But yeah, you gave me ammo. So like,
did they tell you
stuff goes up on that check sport? Bam! There comes a big joke.
E, did they tell you, E?
No.
See I'd have been like, what? Hold on.
What do you mean? Tell you what you was gonna be wearing?
Yeah, they didn't tell him. He said like,
oh. Well, I mean,
you don't know what they're going to do. You just put you on whatever.
Yeah. Nah, but so I mean, it looks.
I just got a question though. So when you go up there, are you already signed up for all these different brands, or does somebody come up to you and ask you?
No, this is how it worked. This is how it worked out, and particularly this show. The producer of this show, which his name is William Michael Reed, reached out to me. Now, he reached out to me because I was at his last show in February of this year. And this was on West 43rd Street in New York. That was the first show I did. And that was with Adrian Alicia. I did that show. And then after I did that show, me and him kept in touch. We kind of chopped it up, and then COVID came through. And then he reached out to me like, I don't know, maybe a little less than a month ago. He reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, Erik, I'm getting ready to do a show here in Long Island. We're gonna, this is the first show we're gonna do outside. Are you interested in coming up to Long Island and doing the show?" I was like, "Well, the first thing, of course, I asked him was, how are we doing this outside with, COVID and all this other stuff, and how is this gonna work?" So he told me all the details and so on and so forth. I was like, all right, cool, I'm in. So we had people that came in from New Hampshire. We had people come in from Chicago. We had people coming from Florida. We had people that came in from Baltimore, Virginia Beach. So those people that came around the states to the show, and we just got up there. And there was 3 designers that showed up there, and we just made it happen. And the people that we held it at was at a house out in a mansion rather in Long Island. So they let us have the show. They let us have the show out there. 50 people were in the crowd, no more than 50 people. So they kept everything under social distancing standards, and everybody wore masks and all that stuff. But they just reached out to us, and they reached out to certain models to come up there and do the show. And like I said, he just said, "Come on up there," and and the rest was pretty much history. And then we got up there. 3 designers were up there. Out of the 3, I was able to walk for 2 because the other one was for females. So, or else it would have been, if they had had another male designer up there, then it would have been 3. But that's it. And when you get up there, you don't really know. You don't really know what you're going to be, who you're going to be walking for. You basically know the people, like the producer said. Here's the people you're walking with. And now you get a chance.
You don't know the design.
You don't know
what the outfits they're wearing because they're designers. And they're not going to show you what they're putting out on the runway because that's the whole purpose.
Because they don't want somebody biting off them right before.
So you get up there.
Gotcha.
Right, you get up there, and you don't even know half of the stuff. You can call. The only thing I did before I went up there is I called up the 2 of the designers. I was like, "What do you need me to bring as far as shoes?" Because you're supposed to have a model bag, which has shirts and pants and different colored shirts and different colored pants and shoes. So I just brought my stuff and brought that with me. But other than that, it's the luck of the draw. You wish for the best, and you get up there, and that's just the way it is. And that's really 90% of the shows. You get up there, it is what it is. And anybody that does modeling for a living would say the same thing. If you sign with an agency, the agency's going to send you to a place. You're going to go to the casting call, to the place that you're going to go, that you got called to do. And here's what you're going to wear, and this is how it is. And if you want to get paid,
you're going to work.
This is what you're going to do. You're going to work.
Put it on and walk the runway.
Don't put it on.
Yeah.
That's it. Walk the runway. That's bottom line. So. But fashion is fashion, man. And if you're, no matter how people have their way of looking at it, and there's different styles of fashion, and how you model the clothes and how you wear the clothes and how the designer wants you to wear the clothes. That's the luxury of the game. I guess you can look at it. Some people. It's funny if you really wanted some ammo, I could have really gave you some ammo, Greg, because I really have some stuff that's in the crates.
No, I think that guy that you model for, that guy,
Rick Bailey.
Yeah, I seen some of his stuff.
It's out there.
And some of them is out there, but some of them I can get away with it. Yeah, some stuff like. It's out there, but if you like that type of person can get away with it, then yeah.
All right, I may throw some like still shots up throughout the podcast of you and your outfits, man. Just so people can know what we're talking about. I mean, because you've been modeling for years, like and I know you're working on your line too, so once you get that up and running, we definitely talk about that.
It's a funny thing you said that because I actually met a really good tailor that I was up there in New York, and so me and him really chopped it up really good. So he's actually going to help me get my suits cut up there too.
Good. All right, good. So that means we all gonna get custom tailor-made suits. Cool. We cool with that.
Absolutely. All
right.
Everybody will get a custom-made suit.
All right, well, like I say, congratulations, man. That's big, man. I'm glad you was at least able to do a show, man, like, during these times. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's get into some topics, man. I honestly didn't know how it would be, but the NFL's back. And, the games was actually pretty good, Well, for some of us, for some of our teams, it was actually pretty good.
3 people in this panel were not good games.
Well, Frank don't have a team. Frank with Kansas City, so Frank cool. Frank was happy. Frank
was Kansas City this year.
He Mahomes. Kansas City. He Mahomes.
He like Mahomes.
He's been on the Mahomes bandwagon for the past 3 years. So,
but who's your team? But who's your team?
I mean, I don't want my whole team saying it. I mean, no, I'm a player fan.
Yeah, and see, here in football, like us, we're teams, but in football, he's a player. Basketball, I'm a player. Like whatever player that whatever.
I'm not gonna sit there and be a team fan and be freaking pulling my hair and be mad every single year.
Wait, but no, you could be like me. Like after a certain amount of games, the season over. You just move on to the next sport. Like, football's over. All right. Greg, you quiet over there, Greg. You're not happy football's back?
Look, man, it is what it is, man.
Hurt about to come out. Hurt about to come.
FYI, he's an Eagles fan, so he's a little butthurt.
Hurt about to be the starting quarterback.
Stop playing, Frank. Stop playing.
But it's week one. It's week one, like I said, man.
I'm not going to overreact. I'm just not saying anything because am I glad football's back? Yes. I'm actually watching it. I got it on the side right now. I got it on my phone, tablet, phone, watching. But as an Eagles fan, I'm just not happy. You know, you go up 17-0 to a nameless team, and then all of a sudden,
the best team, baby. No pressure, baby. We coming out killing.
Yeah,
all right,
right. Y'all getting mollywopped by 17, and then all of a sudden this dude forgets the whole right side of the line gets injured, and then all right, man. We're not going to dive down the Eagles rabbit hole right now.
Let's dive down the Giants rabbit hole. What's going on with the Giants, baby?
I mean, we faced a good Pittsburgh. We faced a good Pittsburgh team. The defense was legit. Their defense was better than. I mean, they were legit.
That man could.
Do I see? Am I? Yeah,
they look like the old Pittsburgh team. They look like that old Pittsburgh
their defense. Look, when you can hold Saquon to -6 yards, you did your homework.
Like,
Evan Ingram
he ended up getting. I think he ended up getting over in positive yardage, but like he's one of those runners that could just break one.
Yeah.
And the fact that they didn't give him one
he had 3 guys on him the whole time.
Like, they was just like, nah, bro, you ain't getting nothing.
You ain't getting
he is the offense, so it's kind of easy to defend against him. Like you put 9-10 in the box, like it's like.
Yeah, and I think he did say like his favorite player was like he wanted to be like Barry Sanders. So you know how Barry Sanders was, be like negative in the first half and then end up with 100, or sometimes just be in the negative one game
because he didn't had two 50-yard runs and shit and like one quarter.
Yeah, they were. I watched that game. It was a pretty good game. It was close, and then that interception towards the end that hurt him. It was at halftime. Yeah, that hurt him.
Yeah, that hurt when they was driving and the boy just made a good defensive play. He hit the ball.
A big Ben show for me in my fantasy.
But Pittsburgh looked like a different team with Roethlisberger back.
Yeah,
they look like their offense.
Big Ben came in.
You got more years right?
Juju.
Juju. Let's get some context to that. Like, there's a Men of Honor fantasy football league as well. I don't do football because it makes me watch the games different. But so you guys, everybody on on the podcast is in it except me. So
I mean, he had a really high scoring weekend too, man. Each team was tough.
You see your team was drawing 30, 40. I'm like, yo, what the hell?
I ain't want to brag, but thank you, Frank.
Greg had the highest score of the week. He had 175 points.
But that's because Greg be going in on the admin and adding points to his stuff, man.
I wish.
I thought it was basketball. I'm like, look at them. I'm like 30, 20, 30. I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I got lucky, man. Y'all let me get I lucked into getting Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, like one of my last.
He balled too that first week. He balled. Yeah, he looked
I was good. Like, hey, it's worth a try.
Him and Adams. And Adams.
Oh, that's his right hand man right there, boy. That's an athlete out there on the outside.
The funny thing is, he was trying to extort me for Kyler Murray. So I was like, man.
Oh yeah, Kyler Murray's up for grabs if anybody wants him. But he gonna be one of the best. He gonna be the top 5 quarterback in the league.
Yeah, because he's a dual threat. He can throw and he can run. So he
got what's his name, Hopkins.
Oh, I can't believe the text.
No,
that is.
Good. Yo, what was it? Did you see how Watson looked without him? Like, what? It's like, yo, like you need.
And they lost the other guy too. They lost Phil too. Remember?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. Well, they replaced him with.
He was a threat.
We got the backup.
Okay.
We got the backup.
Okay.
No, he was a threat on the other side.
Now, how did y'all like it? How did y'all like it? Like, well, I guess normally on TV they just show the field, but you can still see the fans.
Yeah, that's what I was
the stands.
That don't bother me because it don't bother me because to me the fan, not that the fans are inconsequential, but like they affect the players more so than they affect TV. You know what I'm saying? So like if you were a player, like what you didn't see was a lot of false starts, a lot of like what you did notice is I don't know, you probably saw it too, Rock, in the beginning of that Eagles-Washington game. They could hear Wentz on the cadence, and Wentz got him to come offside like 3-4 times.
Yeah.
So they listen to that voice inflection. There's no crowd noise to dumb it down.
Yeah.
Whereas though they're just watching the ball, they going by voice. So for me, TV experience, it doesn't. No fans doesn't mess with it. Yeah. It's still a good product.
Yeah, I thought that too. Yeah, it was like you know.
You see the field anyway.
Yeah, that's what they mainly. I mean, they'll paying to the fans every once in a while, but they just basically the product's on the field, so that's what they, that's what they show.
It's not like NBA where you can kind of see the fans,
Yeah. Okay.
But it's funny. This is a side note. Like I was talking to someone. They brought this up. And they said the reason why they don't like watching the NBA in a bubble right now is you got guys that aren't normally shooters that if there was a crowd, they couldn't shoot a three to save their life. But like since there's no crowd, they're deep. They're a threat from deep because there's no pressure. There's no fans on them screaming. So there's no. And I was
basketball.
Yeah, for basketball.
Yeah, remember I said that. Yeah, there's players with a confidence.
And Dinkins said that he was saying he said it what you said, but he was going in further. He was just like, let's look at someone. You start naming players. He's like, yo, look at how Marcus Smart is shooting. He's like, yo, he was shooting in front of the crowd. He's like, he never shot. He's never made that many threes before in his life, and now he can't miss.
Well, we said that it's like pickup ball. It's just like playing in practice. Like no one's there.
If you see Michael Carter Jr., like you see him like go up, all you know what I mean? Start taking more shots.
Michael Carter.
There was not Michael Carter Jr.
Michael Porter.
Oh, Michael Porter. Okay.
Michael Porter Jr. Like his confidence went all the way up now. Like there's no fans.
But he can hoop.
He should have been a
like he can hoop.
Yeah. I'm saying though, like if it was a playoffs, like I don't think he would have been there just yet.
You talking about if it was a normal playoffs, like if they was in with the crowd, crowds and stuff like that.
That's the thing. Yeah. Like if it was a real play, like with the crowd.
Yeah.
So a lot of these do like
Denver. We don't even think Denver would probably be where they at.
Yeah. Do you really think Denver would have came back 3-1-2 series?
Especially if they had to go to LA and play in front of that crowd.
Exactly. Like it creates a whole different atmosphere.
But we said at the beginning, the bubble makes them even, right?
Well,
because now you don't have to worry about that home field or that home court advantage. It's like you're just there, like you're.
Well, it's that and being comfortable, and it's playing. A lot of those players. They play towards the fans. They have to have the fans behind them, and motivate them to get them routed out.
Yeah, get that blood going.
They're not locked into the game. Like you can tell the difference between like, I mean, players nowadays is you know what I mean. You can tell like with LeBron, like when he get locked in, he locked in. You know what I mean? Like I don't like to use his name, but when he locked in, like he locked
stop in. Hating on my man,
because there's nobody else in the league, so it's like. Who else is a superstar?
Like stop hating on my man, dog. Like give him this product, dog.
They're on the superstar.
Frank's right. If you look, a lot of them play to the crowd, and it's like,
hey, the next one of you speak out against LeBron. That's what's going to
happen. Like they play to the crowd more so than anything else. It's not about. Just beating the other team, it's putting on a show, but
showboating and stuff like
but it's also branding because you're trying to get that next endorsement. So it goes hand in hand,
and that's why Jimmy Butler's doing what he's doing because I mean he's one of those players. He's just hungry and
he's just playing. Like
his whole team is hungry, bro. Like they playing.
Yeah. But they getting WAP right now, though, ain't they? And they getting WAP right now.
They're playing right now.
They win.
It's 87-80.
But they came back.
They came back.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's 9:29 left in the fourth.
Yeah, Jimmy ain't gonna let them get blown out. Like,
no, Miami one of those teams. You're like, all right, they really ain't got nobody. You're like, all right, but then you in a freaking battle.
Yeah,
we gotta get back on track. I switched us to football.
Oh no, that's cool. No, that's. I mean, that's what we could do. We could talk about whatever, but
you know, special football. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, we got back. The thing was, we're excited that it's back. We're excited. It gives us something else to watch. You know, we know basketball playoffs is on now. You know, and stuff like that. But it gives us something else that we can watch. You know what I mean?
And this is the first time in history all sports is on, right?
Yeah, baseball, everything. Basketball, football, boxing, tennis, soccer.
Yeah. So, you know, it's kind of, that's a bright spot. Like, you know, with the whole Corona thing, like at least we got something to watch. Remember, for months we was back in June.
I was watching soccer.
When you had soccer, that
was cool.
Yeah,
I was lowering the rim on the driveway watching the kids dunk.
Who did eat college football?
The Pac-10.
Yeah.
Pac-10's coming back, and Big Ten.
Big Ten too. Yeah.
Them alumni ain't losing that money. Them alumni was like, look, hold up, what? You cancel this? Nah.
That's not in small towns. They like the NFL came back. We can come back too.
Because you got to remember,
they all at the SEC and the ACC. They like, oh, wait a second, they ball.
And he balling, man.
But not even that. You gotta look at like Oklahoma, like Clemson, like those small towns. That's what brings revenue to that, to those towns.
Shit, that's what brings billions of dollars to them universities.
Yeah,
they ain't
not that, but to the town too.
With that TV money.
They said if Alabama doesn't have them play, it's like a few. It's more than like.
And who going to Alabama? Ain't nothing to Alabama.
Yeah. You know them SEC. Okay, see. Wow, that got big.
Small, he ain't small no more.
Big now. All right. Well, I mean, we kind of went into a little bit of NBA. So let's stay in something with that. Steve Nash, man. Getting hired by the Nets, man. I mean, Hall of Famer, yes. 2-time. Yeah, Steve Nash is Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Or will be.
Well, will be. You know what I mean?
Will be, or what's that? He gonna
first ballot.
I think he's first. I think he's on the ballot this year. I think.
Should he?
Yeah, I think he is.
Should he?
No, I think the only ones getting in this year is Duncan,
it's Kobe,
G, and Kobe.
Yeah,
all three of them are going in at the same time.
Steve Nash ain't up there yet. I think Steve Nash.
He might be next year.
I think he's next year.
He was a year before or next year.
Should he be in the Hall of Fame?
2-time MVP?
No.
I mean, should he be in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Jason Kidd should be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, 2-time
MVP. Yeah, 2-time MVP, Frank.
Jason Kidd should be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Jason Kidd should be in the Hall of Fame.
You see what he did to the
Jason Kidd led the Nets to the finals
they both are Hall of Famers.
They both Hall of Famers.
They both Hall of Famers.
Didn't Jason Kidd and them beat Miami?
Oh, talking about when he was with Dallas?
And he was old.
He had dirt.
You know he ain't going to answer that question because you know LeBron, like he LeBron.
Jason Kidd.
I said E. I said
I know. You know Jason Kidd when he first came to the league, how he was a problem.
Well, you see what he did with the Nets. He led the Nets to the finals back to back. Like he's
What has
compare him to Kevin Johnson?
He's better than Kevin Johnson. He's better than Kevin Johnson. He was better than Kevin Johnson.
Yo, like
he's better than Kevin Johnson.
He's
better than Kevin Johnson.
Jason Kidd was.
Kevin Johnson was tough. Kevin Johnson was tough.
He just couldn't win MVP. He just couldn't win MVP.
He could win. That wasn't his game.
Because he had Shaq. That was when Shaq was dominant. Like for real. Steve Nash should have none. Like I don't.
Well, not even that. But look who he's under. Where he flourished at. Look who he was under. D'Antoni.
It's a D'Antoni system.
Yeah, exactly. So he's going to get numbers, and he's going to, move the ball. So, but should he get hired to be?
I'm about to say, why the hell we have 2 E's?
Yeah, I'm like,
what kind of voodoo you done put on this?
But I don't think he should. I don't know how he got hired.
But they say Kevin Durant handpicked him, so
he gonna be like Another Steve Kerr.
But you listen to your best player. If your best player say, "I want Nash."
Yeah, the blame.
You're gonna get
the blame.
Nash.
They lose 20, he out.
That's the question I still ask to this day. Why Mark Jackson don't got a job?
I think he blackballed, bro.
I don't think he really want to coach anymore.
I think he blackballed.
I'm with you, Frank. I don't think he really wants to.
No, he said he does. He
said he wanted to coach. He did want to coach.
He's not even getting interviews, bro. Like, I think he is blackballed. But he did something in Golden State. I don't know what he did. Go ahead, Greg. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say, like, at a certain point, like, if you really want to, somebody's gonna give you a shot.
The Knicks.
You know what I mean? Like, somebody's gonna give you a shot. But
yeah, Knicks will do it. Knicks will take him. We're bums. We'll take him.
But like,
we're losers.
All I can say is this: the coaching carousel in the NBA right now is very chaotic, and seeing Nash get it, I'm not.
You think it's white privilege?
I think it's who you know more so than it is white privilege. Because I think he got the job because he basically was working out with Kevin Durant, and he can talk basketball with Kyrie. They had, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so at a certain point, it was more so that than anything else. Like, he has a relationship with those guys outside of what's the name. And so and if you ever hear KD and Kyrie do a basketball interview, like, they talk ball, like, so they want somebody that understands it how they understand it. They don't want a coach coming in that's going to be like my way or the highway. They want somebody that wants to collab with them or whatever. Let them be the geniuses they are.
But you don't think Mark Jackson would do that? You don't think Ty Lue would do that? You don't think?
I'm not saying they shouldn't have got, like, what the thing that gets me is, like, you didn't interview these guys, so that. If you want to say that you have an issue with anything, I would say not giving them the interview and just going, "Hey, you got the job."
Yeah,
all right, cool. Like, I understand that, but at the same time, like, all right, take Philadelphia's coaching search for instance.
I knew we would get there.
No, I'm just saying. So now you got rumors of Mike D'Antoni out there, and you hear people sitting there going, like, "Yeah, I want Mike D'Antoni." Bruh, look at this dude's resume. He hasn't done anything in about 10 years. 10, 15 years, he hasn't been to one finals. You have a coach that's been to four
finals. I don't think he's never been.
No, he's never been to a finals. But I'm saying, like, you got a coach that's been to 3 finals and won one, and people are upset that they might hire Ty Lue. And you got now they putting out rumors that they're gonna hire D'Antoni. So I'm like, yo, I'm done. Like, you hire D'Antoni, I'm done.
It's amazing.
I'm
like,
tired of seeing them, like, the recycled coaches. So in one mind, I like the Nash hire because it's different. It's like when they hired Kerr, when they got rid of Jackson.
Personnel.
They got rid of Jackson. But what I'm saying is, like, sometimes you got to zig when everybody zags. Like, it's one.
But it's plenty of black coaches out there that.
Yeah, but I mean, you
know what I'm saying?
I would love Lou. I want Lou Cassell. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, it's Billups. I'll give Billups a chance. Like, my thing is,
But I mean, like I think, to cut you off, Greg, I mean, with the NBA, with coaching, and what I've been seeing, I don't even watch the NBA like this, but I would, like, flick here and there. I think it's more of personnel. Like, if you look at, like, the Denver Nuggets coach, you know what I mean? Look at that personnel. Mm-hmm. The coach is, like, X's and O's. You know, they got a team that's going to listen. You look at Toronto, you know, they got players. They don't got superstars. You know what I mean? They got players. It's personnel.
Right. Tatum's going to be a superstar.
No, I'm saying, like,
he is. But
he is. But they coach.
They groomed him from when they young. The regime. Yeah. Like, when you look, like Frank is exactly right. You look at Denver. You look at Miami. You look at Boston. You look at Toronto. They run their system. You come in. You learn their system. You run that offense. Doesn't mean you can't be a great player. But, hey, like, when the going gets tough, we're going to rely on these plays to get us through. That's something that you, like, when you just look at a D'Antoni, as soon as you figure out that offense, there's no audible.
It's just shoot.
Yeah, that's all it is. Just shoot.
As soon as Vogel was like, all right, take away this, and this.
Yep, trap hardened. Like
they had nothing else. It was nothing else.
Yeah.
It was like you just sitting watching. Like, I don't even need to watch this now because he ain't gonna make no adjustments.
Yeah,
ain't gonna be no. It's why would you bring it? I don't know.
And then you go small, like that's gonna like you.
Bruh,
unless you hit that,
unless you hit in every shot you shoot.
Like, that's what he knows. He did it with the Suns. I mean, they had Amari playing center.
They had Mark. They had
but he wasn't a center.
Sean Marion was like 6'9". They still was like
but they still didn't win. But they still didn't win, and
they're all small.
That's the ultimate point for me is if your coach doesn't give you a chance. Like I'd rather take the unknown versus the known. I know what a coach like D'Antoni is for me, so I wouldn't want him coaching any team I had. I don't care if it had the parts for his team to be. It could be like
you just don't want him to come to the Sixers. You don't care if he goes somewhere else.
He won't. Like because they don't have the pieces for him to be there. You know what I mean? Like it just don't.
Sixers. Yeah,
it just don't fit. Like for Steve Kerr, Steve Nash. I can see him just because they have those two guards. I mean, you can put KD as a 3 guard, whatever you want to put him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like a Steve Kerr. You put him with Clay and Kerr, like, you know what I mean? They're gonna put up shots. They're gonna run systems. The ball's gonna be moving. You know what I mean? And I think it's just fit. It's just like I said. Coaching the NBA is all about personnel.
I agree with what Greg said. Like I think with Kyrie will respect Steve Nash more than he would whoever the coach was there before. Like I forgot his name. Kyrie didn't respect. Yeah, he like dog. Like you never even played ball. Like what are you talking? Like so, I think that's a high. But I think he will also respect Cassell. Cassell came there, 2-time champion.
Cassell went to Brooklyn.
No, I'm saying if they would have offered him the head coaching job. I think he would have respected Ty Lue. Him and Ty Lue was cool from Cleveland.
Yeah, but I don't think
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
You don't think he was with Lue?
No. He's a different personality, man.
Yeah.
He's a different personality.
So you think Steve Nash should connect to him? Like
because it's a run. It's more movement. It's more
Kyrie like that. We know what Kyrie like to do.
It's like that pick and roll. But Steve Nash and Kyrie pretty much said they like the ball in their hand and they like the dribble baseline. You know what I mean? Like Steve Nash always kept his dribble. You know what I mean? Sam Cassell is more of a direct. He likes to run certain things.
Yeah,
you know,
he gets
that's how he was as a player.
Yep.
He gets to his spots, and I think Brooklyn's going to take what Golden State did and pretty much just if they can, move the ball up and down, just hit the open man. If the open man ain't open, just keep moving it because they have the shooters to do it.
Yeah, because think about it. Because remember, Nash was an advisor over there with Golden State the past 2-3 years.
That's how that whole situation started with him and Kevin Durant.
Okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I just, I would just have liked to see if Kevin Durant picked him, then it was a no brainer. Like he was gonna get hired. They weren't gonna interview no one. Like that's who I want. Okay, we're gonna give you who you want. But I would like to see Cassell and Lue. And even what's the guy that got fired in New Orleans? Gentry. Like, what do you expect him to do with that young team? Y'all just threw I think he did good. Like,
I think they thought they could land a bigger head coach. I think that's what they thought was going to happen.
Like, come on, man! You got to get him in some time to work with. Yeah, you got to get him. He's
already
there. Let him work with.
I'm just saying, like they know back channels who's leaving and who's going where.
Yeah,
and I guarantee you, they probably thought, hey, we can land X, Y, or Z.
So I like Lue, but I do like Lue for the Sixers, though. Look, I like Lue for the Sixers.
I'm praying for Lue for the Sixers right now.
I do like Lue for the Sixers.
He meets my criteria. For me, my criteria was I need championships as a player or as a coach. He has both.
And that's his system. I mean, he got two big men. He's been in that system before with the Lakers. Like, he can
also go to Ben and Joel and go, bro, I've been around 3 of the top 10 players of all time. And
they can relate. And they can relate because Lue really wasn't a shooter like that. Like, he'll hit an open here and there, but he wasn't like.
But it's just a point he can sit there and go, I've seen 3 of the greatest do it. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not doing it how they was doing it. Let me help Let me help you get to that next level that you want to be at, if you want to be there.
And plus, he has a relationship with Ben anyway because they both signed to Clutch Sports. They both under LeBron's not LeBron.
The illegal Bron.
Rich Paul's
tampering business. His professional tampering business.
That's what the league's where it's at now.
What happened last year? One of the Morris brothers. They was like, "No, don't sign with the Clippers. Sign with the Knicks."
Frank. Don't do it again, dog. Don't say nothing about LeBron again.
Man, they made the whole league. They made the whole league about money. That's why the whole quality of play is horrible.
That and other things. You got people in the bubble, worried about getting some. Never mind. All right. Well, since we in basketball, let's it wasn't. Well, was it a shock to me? I don't know, but the Clippers getting bounced out by the Nuggets. Game 7.
I just wish we had a Clippers fan in this group so we could laugh. I just need a good 2 minutes of laughter or something.
And it wasn't even close. I mean, like Game 7, like it was a blowout at the end. Like it was just
flat. I thought the Clippers had it. I saw it at halftime. I'm like, oh, all right, well, Nuggets folded. I woke up. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Now I guess the question is, because of last year and winning the chip and Finals MVP, Kawhi was deemed to be the face of the league, right? Like he's, supposedly surpassed LeBron as the king of the league and everything like that.
Made the commercial his town.
Yeah. Like, do you think he's a superstar? I never thought that.
I'm not going to say he's not. You can't say he's not. Like, you can't say he's not.
He hasn't. When you think of a superstar, right? Like you think of someone who can lead a team of nobodies. Like they going to will the team.
Last year?
But Toronto was. We just said it. Toronto was a team. They ran a system.
They had a team.
They had a team. Yeah. Like Siakam was the most improved. Like he was balling. Kyle Lowry, Frank. That's your boy. Kyle Lowry was, the steady point guard that they needed. You know what I'm saying? But you had a great point. Like you say you was thinking Kawhi was what, like Scottie Pippen?
I know. I said Scottie Pippen was better than Kawhi. That's what I said.
Yeah,
No.
You can't. I ain't gonna argue that. No, I can't argue that.
No.
And I don't. And
player for player. Stop it. Stop it. Player for player.
And I don't even like. And I said it earlier. It's hard for me. And I'll say it again. It's hard for me to say on this podcast.
Wow.
I don't like the Bulls. And that's hard for me to say.
You don't think so, Frank? Kawhi's better.
Scotty. Yeah. Okay. Offensively, Kawhi is way higher than Pippen. Way higher than Pippen. Defensively, they're even. It's just Scotty a little bit taller and longer.
Offensively, you think?
I would take.
I'm not. Yo, I'll let Scotty shoot all day. Mid-range all day. I'll let Scotty shoot anytime. Kawhi, I'm not sure. Mid-range 3. Come on. I love the Bulls. I love Scotty. But if you put Kawhi and Scotty on the same, in the same shoe, and Kawhi still remember Bulls still had a good team, and he got them to the Eastern Finals, but lost. Kawhi took that to the next level and won a chip.
Yeah, when the other team lost like 2 of the All-Stars.
Right, but I mean, but we can't, you know what I mean?
I'm not. But you also got to remember too. His Finals MVP. Like,
I'm not talking about Finals MVP. I'm not talking about Finals MVP.
I know. What I'm saying, though,
I'm not talking about no accolades.
He got his championships. He started getting on with Tim Duncan and.
I'm not talking about chips. I'm not talking about chips. I'm not talking about no accolades.
So you just want to
talk about skill. You're just talking skill.
No accolades.
Okay.
There's no accolades.
Are you gonna say is he a more consistent shooter? Yeah, I would say he's a more consistent shooter. Scotty's a better passer.
Mid-range.
Scotty's a better passer.
He's open three. He should way better open three than Scotty.
I don't know about that.
What?
I don't know about that.
No, every time Scotty shot the ball, I'm like, yo, please go in.
I don't know about that.
Scotty was a shooter.
Man.
Oh my god.
But what I'm saying is, and plus Scotty played 82 games. He wasn't doing low management on knees and stuff like that.
Yes.
So that does gotta.
That's a big factor to me.
You gotta put that in.
We're talking about player for player. We ain't talking about 82 games. We talking about if you go to pick a team. If you look at the player for player attributes, you're gonna go with Kawhi because he can do the same thing as Scotty, but he's more productive offensively. And he doesn't turn the ball over.
I've seen both. And
We've all seen both.
But what I'm saying is, like, when I look at it, I get what you're saying about the skills, about what they're even. It ain't like they're more. It's not Kawhi up here and like Pippen's down here.
I didn't say that. I said it's like this.
Pippen had a better handle.
To me,
Pippen had a better handle. Pippen had a better handle.
Kawhi got a better post up. He
does he? Like,
I don't know.
He's gonna post you up. He's gonna turn around, hit a jump shot.
Turn around. I don't know.
He has more threats in the post. What is Scotty is? If you look, Scotty don't shoot mid range. Scotty is a felicity. He just passes the ball.
That year Mike retired. Pippen was.
Retired, he led his team in damn near every quarter category except for free throw shooting
and almost got him to the chip
and 3-point percentage.
Yeah. Dragic is killing these boys.
Everything else. So did
Kawhi. Kawhi led his team in points. It was probably down there second in rebounds or first in rebounds.
I'm talking about Pippen led all across the board in those stats.
Yeah, he did everything.
Rebounds, assists, steals, blocks.
Right, but
all five.
Except 3-pointers. He didn't lead him in 3-point. That was
but I'm saying because the way that team.
I'm talking about 5 sets. He just across the board.
Right, but we're talking. Yeah, but you're talking about what he had to do because that team had to go build around him. Because if you look at that team, they were freaking washed up players. Versus look at Kawhi's staff and look at what he had to staff with the Clippers. You know what I mean? In the Spurs. I'm talking about player for player. Offensively, I'm taking Kawhi than Scotty.
Like I said,
he does more.
Pippen can pass better than Kawhi. A lot better.
Let me just say this too, Frank. This is the first time that he's really been the head of the ship.
Yeah, like he's not a superstar.
The guy.
Scotty's not a superstar.
It's the billing. He got the billing.
You know what I'm saying? They both on the same level.
He's been hunted.
Not a superstar.
When's the last time you seen Scotty lose 3 games straight? And then you had to lead in each 3 of those games. You've never seen him do it.
Yeah, Mike. He lost to the Lakers. He lost to the Lakers. He lost to the Lakers. They lost to the Lakers. He lost to the Lakers. He lost to the Lakers.
Time when he was with Portland, but they won 3 games. But they won 3 games straight.
He lost to Houston. And he lost to Houston.
Yeah, he did.
When he was with Houston,
he was done in Houston though. He was done.
He's done. He had the best player in the world on his team. That's totally different.
Rambo.
Who's the best player? No, I'm talking about he was in Houston.
I'm talking about did Scotty ever lose 3? I'm like, he had the best player. Mike is not allowed that happen.
But you talking about when he was in Houston? I'm saying he was done in Houston.
He talking about Chicago. He talking about Chicago.
You know what everybody was saying about Kawhi and PG? Oh, they the best wing combo since Scotty and Michael. Bro, Scotty and Michael would never lost 3 in a row.
No.
Paul George never shows up in the playoffs, man.
They're not leaders. They're like, you know what I mean? They're not leaders. They're like
then how can you sit there?
They're a superstar. You can't be a superstar without being a leader.
How can you put somebody on, like at that level? Like I get it with how you measure them, but what I'm saying is, even through Pippen's like misgivings about like sitting out on that that one inbounds play.
With Kukoc
other than that, but like that's the same dude but that's the same dude that played with a back injury in the finals against what's his name. Like you got to take that into account too, man. Like I said, like
Mike.
I mean, but Mike said it too. Mike said that there would be no chips without Pippen.
Right. So, we talk about player for player.
Mm-hmm.
You look at player for player.
Then how was he voted in the top 50 of all time? And he wasn't 48. He was in he was like in the 30s or 20s
when they did that top 50.
I mean,
so how do you like you put? Are you telling me right now if they redid it, Kawhi Leonard's going to be above Pippen?
Yeah, I don't think anybody could. I think they will just because he got 2 Finals MVPs, and I think they would put him ahead of Pippen.
Offensively, he's above Scotty. He's above Scotty. Scotty offensively, yes, he can pass the ball, you know what I mean? But you're not going to be like, Scotty, I need a bucket. That's why Phil didn't go to him, because he knew that wasn't in his game. That's why he went to
29 that year.
But I'm saying you're not going to – he's in the same category as Paul George and Kawhi. You're not going to sit there, get the ball to Scotty and, give me a bucket and get out the way. You're not going to do that with him.
But you're not going to do that with him. He's a better offensive player, so you would do it with him.
I'm comparing these two, but I'm saying, like, out of those two, I'm taking Kawhi over. Offensively, he can create more, and he's better offensively, mid-range, and
I get that. I'm not saying he's not. Like, he has a turnaround. He has the one dribble pick up, pull up.
I know why Frank's saying this, Greg, because he trained with Kobe. Never mind. I get it. You're right. He's a better offensive player.
No, I like fundamental.
Worked out with Kobe. That puts him above.
I like fundamental players. That's what I like. Fundamental players.
I know what you like. You like anybody worked out with Kobe. You like Tatum.
I like fundamentals.
You like Tatum, don't you? You like Jason Tatum.
I think he still got to work on his. He still got to work on some like one-on-one moves.
What Jason Tatum do? He worked out with Kobe. Kobe his idol.
He got to work. I watched him the other day. I was like, he got.
He'll get there. He'll get there. He's just a little too slow and long with a lot of his moves too. Like, he could just go faster and be strong.
But I think to get back, I don't think Kawhi is a super. I think there's probably only like 1 or 2 superstars in the league.
KD and LeBron. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
And Steph.
No,
I put Curry in there. I won't disrespect him.
Hold on.
Before I don't like him
start
like that, but
keeping all this stuff on AD, can AD actually go at another big?
No. I say KD. I say KD. I say KD. No. I say KD. Nah. KD and LeBron is LeBron, KD, and then Steph.
No, he's a star.
I think Steph's a superstar. I think Steph's a superstar.
You can't put him on no other team.
I think he is a superstar. I don't like.
How is he a superstar?
When I say I don't like
him, if you put him on any other team, he's not. He's gonna have 50 points, but they ain't making the fucking playoffs.
Who?
He won it.
Any other team?
He won a chip. He won a chip with him, Klay Thompson, and Danny Green.
Yeah, but no, we're talking.
Real quick, it's a final 106-101. Miami won.
Wow. They won again? Miami ain't no joke, boy. Jimmy Buckets.
106-101.
Greg, Jimmy Buckets, Greg. The Sixers could have.
106-101 is the final. All right, moving on. Men of Honor podcast. All right.
E, do you think Kawhi is a superstar, E? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
Frank?
No.
Greg?
I'm gonna say this.
If he comes to the Sixers, he is.
No. I'm gonna say this. Depends on how the franchise is run. Because he was like that.
Now we put it on Doc.
I'm not putting it on Doc. What I'm saying is, like you said, he went into Toronto. They had a regime. If you go, like, they have a system that they run. So if you helicopter drop him in certain spots in the NBA, he will be a superstar because everybody's going to be doing their thing.
Yeah, but a superstar doesn't need to be in a system. Like a superstar, you can just put them in anything, and they just don't do what they do.
What do we qualify? What do we recognize as a superstar, and what do we recognize as an all-star? Go.
Well, a superstar is LeBron and KD. You can put them on any team. And
Michael Jordan is a superstar.
So are you saying like Tim Duncan?
No, Michael Jordan not a superstar. He's a god. What do you mean superstar? No,
Larry Bird's a superstar.
No, he's a god.
Oh, hold on. Like, so what about Tim Duncan though? What about Tim Duncan?
No,
that's system.
That's it for that system. You put him on any other team? No.
But hold on, Frank, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you take a guy and you put him in the right system, he becomes a better player because that system
flourish.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying with Kawhi. You drop him in the right system. You telling me he's not going to do the same thing Jimmy Butler's doing with Miami?
But Jimmy Butler's not considered a superstar, though, right?
Yeah, but that's what he's saying.
So Jimmy Butler's an all-star.
Jimmy Butler's an all-star.
Yeah, so we're saying if you take those players and put them in any other team, they're going to the Eastern or Western Conference Finals.
No question.
Well, yeah.
There's only two. There's only two in the league right now.
And there's only two. And that's why I said
maybe three.
I'll say he's borderline. I'll say he's.
And you just proved my point because that's the way Curry is. He's in that system and he's flourishing. You put him in any other team, they're not making the playoffs.
No, that's not true. You know that's not true.
I'm not gonna say they're not gonna make the playoffs. They may not make the finals. They may not make the Western and East Conference finals.
The first round is not making the playoffs. You get knocked out the first round. What's the point of going to the playoffs?
He can make it to the second round.
Hold on, Rod. Let me address.
That's the whole. Why would you want to make the first round? That's not.
It's going to change. You never know.
I don't think that's not my logical thing. If I'm going to the playoffs, I'm going. I'm trying to make it the first round. No.
Right, you making it seem like Steph Curry's like these other guards shooting trying to score 35 and then being the best scorer on the team. He don't do that. He don't do that. He
play ball. He
play ball. He gives up the ball, runs off screens. Draws attention, then gets the ball back and
shoot. This is giving the ball. This is and right. You witness to this, right? You witness to this, right? Me passing you the ball and being like, yo, they're on you. Give me the ball. Shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
That's it.
That's exactly what you're doing.
That's what you did.
So, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying.
Double team.
That's what they do. That's all they do.
Hold on. But
that's what they do.
Exactly like you, Frank, because you was actually running your defender to us and then peeling
That's
back.
what he does. That's how you get your shot off.
Exactly what he did.
He'll run off a baseline screen or a pin down. They actually run an offense over there. You can't equate him with
you can't put him on any other team
at the top 400.
You cannot put him
on a 24-second shot clock.
Or Russell Westbrook
sitting there going, bring it back. Bring the ball back. God, one more time. Oh, it ain't there. Bring it back. It ain't there. Bring it back.
The bottom line is you can't put him on any other team and you think you're going to succeed.
Yeah.
With a KD and a LeBron. So he's not a superstar.
He's not on that level.
I would say
not on that level.
I would say he's
on that tier below. He's that tier below.
All-star. He's all-star.
This is the tiers. It's superstar, star, all-star, borderline all-star, and just average player.
No, there's superstar and all-stars.
No, because it's some above all-stars. It's some that's better than an all-star, but not quite a superstar.
A god, as Frank would say.
Oh, well, God is, according to him, MJ.
So Paul George is all-star?
Yes, Paul George is an all-star. He's not a star. He's an all-star. He's an all-star. Yeah. He's an all-star.
And you got to that second tier is a tier.
Paul George is third tier. He's 3 tier.
You put them in that right situation, they become a superstar.
The second tier, yes.
You got to put them in the right situation.
But he never proven anything. He always got bounced.
Who?
Paul George.
No, he's an all-star. He's in the third tier.
No.
He's in the
I'm talking about Steph Curry and Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah. They're in that second tier.
That second tier.
Yeah.
Where you got to be in the right system. They got to be in the right system.
So if you put Steph Curry on that Toronto team, they win in the finals?
No, because it's a different player.
Yeah, he told you different.
So that's my point.
If you put Kevin,
but they'll make the Eastern Conference Finals.
They win in it. That's what I'm saying. You put Kevin Durant in it, yeah. You put Kawhi in it, they won it.
But Kawhi got lucky too. That shot against the Sixers, that jump.
Lucky. I mean, that's he shoots all the time. He hit that against Orlando.
Stop. He traveled twice on that play.
All right, man. That jump bounced on the rim 30 times, bro.
But he shot that shot against Orlando too, and hit the same exact shot. So that's
the ref was halfway, had vision and
is that zero's dribble?
Whatever.
It's that dribble, zero.
Here we go.
Zero dribble.
Shit.
It was it.
All right, man.
Zero dribbles, 4 steps.
Time to move that forward on that one. Zero dribble.
Yeah, but I think for me, I think it's for me, it's like it's superstars, and then it's like I just put everybody in like that all-star bracket because everybody now is like averaging like 20-something, 25,
there's no defense. Yeah,
30.
You can't touch nobody. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when it comes down to it, it's like you just see them going back to like an all-star game kind of, you know what I mean? Like with at least with like KD and LeBron, like they're gonna turn things around. They're gonna, you know what I mean? When they go to any other team, it
turns the franchise around. Yeah,
it turns the whole franchise around. They do so many different things, like with those two.
Let me say
players,
this: a player that has impact, because there's a difference. Because some players, their game just don't impact the win-loss column. They can average as many points as they want; they'll never impact it.
Mm-hmm.
Is like different. Like you can measure it differently. Like you could see that player where you go, man, if they get this dude some help, yeah, like you know what I mean. They'll what's the name? They'll get some. They can get more wins. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel about Luka. Like if Luka don't get out that first, if he don't get out that first round, he can do what he's gonna do. Like he's gonna be one of those guys.
Luka first team All NBA, baby. First team All NBA. Luka
going to be the second pick in this year's Men of Honor Fantasy Basketball Draft. But that's besides the point.
Which would be broadcast on, where you can see
but what I was going to say,
you got to come up.
The problem with Luka is Rick Carlisle went to that D'Antoni style, high pick and roll, ISO, heavy ball. The ball's always in his hands, and if they're going to want to move along in the playoffs, he's going to have to learn to start playing off ball. My opinion. He's going to have to learn to start running off screens and doing other stuff because it's going to be too easy to trap him and get the ball out of his hands. You saw what the Lakers did to Harden. It's a blueprint. Every time, hey, we're just going to get out of your hands. We'll let Finney-Smith beat us. Yeah. You know what I mean? We'll let Kleber beat us. Yeah. If Porzingis is going to actually score 30 or whatever, fine, we'll lose that way.
He got to be on the court.
But you ain't going to be it.
God damn.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
the Clippers might have fucked around and lost to them if Porzingis was playing. They might have fucked around and lost to them too.
Oh, he got hurt.
Yeah, at the last couple games. All right, well, let's wrap it up like we normally do. Anybody watching anything good? Greg, you still on Queen of the South, right? Or you done?
Nah, we finished that up. We on Lovecraft Country now.
How is that? Frank, I still ain't watched that. Is it good?
Yo, it's good, man. Crazy.
Okay. All right,
I didn't like the last episode. I mean, I got.
Whoa, I'm only on 3. No spoilers. I'm only on 3. Yeah. I'm only on 3.
Yeah. But Greg, what did you think about Queen of the South, though?
Queen of the South was good.
Yeah.
It was good. The last episode we saw, we were just like, okay, we were ready to dive in, and like Netflix was ready to shoot us to another.
Where was she at? Where was she in New Orleans? Did they update? Okay, all right. So you up to date? Yeah, you up to date?
Yeah.
Did you say watch the whole thing?
No, but sometimes Netflix be behind. They might not have had that season. They always behind. E, what about you, bro? What you watching, man?
I'm watching playoffs.
Okay, you just watching basketball. Okay, Frank.
I mean, no, not really.
Just still Lovecraft.
Yeah. I watched. I like Lovecraft is a good show. Like it's a really good show. It has a lot of good messages in there and stuff like that.
I'm gonna check it out this week.
The last one, I got the point, but they could have like held that out of there a little bit. I thought, but it's just the way everything is going right now. So it's everywhere. So you got to deal with it. But it's a good show. You got to watch it. Greg, you seen the last one, right? The one where they had the hotel.
The third one where
all right, he ain't watched that now. So y'all text each other on the side about that.
Hold on. Which one you on?
She bought the house.
You didn't watch that one when she bought it though, right? You ain't watched that one yet?
Yeah, I bought the one. I watched the one when she bought the house.
Oh, that one kid is Emmett Till, right?
Oh, that's shit. Yeah, all right. Well,
the kid that was like,
I'm about to start at the bar.
Remember, he was like, "Is my trip down south is going to be a good trip?" And it said no.
Oh,
his nickname was Bubba.
Wow, because he was from Chicago too. Wow.
Yep.
One thing I do want to watch though is that new movie, Tenet. I do want to watch that. I do want to see.
I'm about to go to the movies to go watch that, Joe.
I'm afraid to go to the movie theater. I'm afraid to
go. Movie tavern. I ain't gonna go to no AMC or nothing like that. I'm gonna go to movie tavern.
I miss my movie tavern, man.
I wonder if like the drive-ins have it or anything. Like
drive-ins almost shut down for the season.
They are
like
cold.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, once it gets cold, they don't really. What's the name? But they might stay open later because. Well, just because people don't want to run their cars and nobody wants carbon monoxide on their face, like you know what I mean. You sitting there trying to chill and all. And some people got the loud cars, you know what I mean? Like, so it becomes a situation.
But yeah, you got to pay attention. There's a lot of like hidden stuff he put in there,
like Easter eggs in there.
Yeah,
Lovecraft on HBO. Check it out.
Yeah. That joint is really good, and it's just crazy when you hear the stories, and it's just like, wow. And the whole thing is like history. What's that? Violent history? Was it? History of Violence or something like that. The undertitle it is.
Yeah.
So, it's just.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna start checking it out. I was watching P Valley. Everybody keeps talking about. I don't even know what that is, man. Like some P Valley, but.
That's the next one I'm probably gonna check out.
P Valley
by yourself. By yourself.
I don't even know what it is.
Watch it.
Like I heard them talking about it on like the radio and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, but it's like a whole bunch of strippers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Shit. Nah, I'm cool.
You don't want to be.
I'm cool. All right. Well, good podcast.
You can go watch the Ghost Book 2 or whatever. You can go watch that.
Yo, been watching that too.
Yeah, how's that? It's all right. I can't watch that with Tariq Lee.
Yo, watch it.
They switch his character up.
I'll just say this: you'll after you watch the first 2 episodes, you'll see. I don't want to give it away, but you'll see growth. You'll see mindset growth.
I need Ghost. I need Ghost.
I can't do anything with Tariq.
I didn't need the suits. I need the nice suits. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, like the smartness, like the smarts, like you know what I mean. He always 3 steps ahead of everybody. Like
that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like you'll see the mindset growth, man.
Okay, all right. Well, he is Ghost son, so I guess
it's like prison. It's like prison songs with Method Man and Mary J. Blige.
Oh shit! All right, well that's episode. Man, I like thank everybody for listening to Spotify, wherever, YouTube, whatever. You fellas have a safe week, man.
All right,
man.
Peace.